Hello everybody, Jennifer Maker here. It's a beautiful day to celebrate spring. Easter is just around the corner and I'm going to show you how to make a light up bunny decoration from materials that you can find at none other than Dollar Tree. It will cost you less than $10 to make this cutie. So come with me to the craft table and we'll get started. Spring means the end of winter with warmer and sunnier days ahead. It is my favorite time of the year here in Michigan because our winters are kind of hard. And nothing says springtime more than bunnies in Easter hats. Am I right? Am I right? So in this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to make your own light up bunny out of round vases from Dollar Tree, along with a few other materials and tools that you may already have on hand or can get easily at the Dollar Tree. Now to get started, you'll need two 5-inch round glass vases from Dollar Tree. If you can't find these exact ones, don't worry. Any round glass vases around this size should work fine for this project. Next, you'll need some glitter, which I also got at Dollar Tree, but you can use anything you want. And we'll use a foam brush to apply matte Mod Podge to the inside of our vases to help the glitter stick and make your bunny sparkle. And he will shine even more when we add these LED fairy lights to the inside. And we'll give our bunny a face and buttons with Cricut permanent vinyl in black and in coral, which we'll apply with some standard grip transfer tape. For our bunny's ears and bow tie, you'll need some felt. I'm using white felt as well as some from the Cricut felt sampler with pretty springtime colors. You'll also want some solid core cardstock too. I'm using Recollections brand in yellow and orange and other spring colors. You can use whatever you want, of course. To make our bunny's ears stand up and bend, we'll use floral wire and you'll need some wire cutters to cut it too. You'll also need some basic tools like a scraper, a brayer, scissors, and a weeding tool. And to hold our bunny and their accessories together, we'll need a hot glue gun and glue sticks. You may also want to have some finger protectors handy so you don't burn yourself. No burning. As well as some craft glue, like my favorite Barely Art craft glue, as well as some E6000 craft adhesive. To help your bunny stay in place while you assemble it, I recommend you use a lint roller. You will see what I mean later in this tutorial. It's an awesome tip. And of course, you'll need something to cut your bunny's face and accessories with. My free download includes a printable PDF if you want to cut the pieces out by hand, but the SVG and DXF files work with cutting machines. I'm using my Cricut Maker 3, but you can use any Maker or Explorer series machine. You can even use the Cricut Joy, but you'll need to cut the brim of the bunny's hat by hand because it's just a tad too big for the Joy. And you might think we need the rotary blade for the felt, but the fine point blade works just fine with the right settings. And that's pretty much it. We're all set, so let's hop to it and get started. Step 1, get my free bunny design files. Go to jennifermaker.com/480 and look for libraries in the red bar at the top. Then click either get a password if you don't yet have one, or click enter the library. You can find the designs by searching for number 480 and then click it to download the zip file. Step 2, prepare your bunny files. You can cut this design by hand using the PDF files I've included, or use a cutting machine with the SVG or DXF files. To see exactly how I prepared the file on my cutting machine, a Cricut, see the video at jennifermaker.com/480. Step 3, prepare your glass vases. It's time to prep our vases and add some sparkle. Place a piece of butcher paper over your workspace to protect it from the glitter and the Mod Podge. Remove any price tag stickers before you begin. If the sticker is stubborn, a little rubbing alcohol will help remove any sticky residue. Dip your small foam brush into the Mod Podge and spread it evenly inside the glass vase. Start by spreading it around the bottom and then apply even strokes to the sides, starting at the bottom and working up to the rim. When the glass is evenly coated, lightly sprinkle the glitter inside the vase. Twirl the vase to help the glitter cover all of the inside area painted with Mod Podge. I use this iridescent white glitter because it will make the face and buttons really pop, but you can use any color you like. Lighter colors will probably work best. Set the vase aside to dry. I let mine dry overnight, but a couple hours will do just fine. Step 4. Assemble your bunny. Since there's probably glitter everywhere, replace the butcher paper on your work area. Then clean the outer glass surface of your vases. Use rubbing alcohol and a lint-free cloth to remove any smudges, dirt, or other leftover residue. This will help your vinyl bunny face and buttons stick well to the glass. Next, it's time to weed the vinyl pieces. With your weeding tool, gently pull away the excess vinyl from the face, nose, and button pieces of vinyl. Now cut a piece of standard grip transfer tape slightly larger than the bunny's face pieces. Peel off the protective backing and bend the transfer tape like a taco or a U shape, and place the bottom curve of the transfer tape onto the nose, sticky side down, and gently smooth it out, starting from the middle. Once it's applied, use your scraper to burnish your tape to your vinyl. And then once it's adhered, just remove the vinyl backing. Place the transfer tape and nose over the rest of the bunny face, sticky side down, with the nose in the right spot. Press the black vinyl down, then use your scraper again to adhere it to the transfer tape. Now, before we remove the decal from the backing, let's set up the glass vase for the top half of our bunny. I'm going to use a lint roller to help hold my vase in place just like this. Peel your transfer tape off the vinyl backing with the decal attached. Then use your scissors to make some small cuts around the edges of the transfer tape without nicking any of the designs. This will help evenly apply the vinyl to the curve of the vase. Without sticking it down just yet, position the bunny face onto your glass vase. Once the position is right, press the vinyl into place, starting in the middle and working outwards, adhering the transfer sheet with the curve of the glass. Once it's all applied, gently pull away the transfer tape. It might tear where we cut the edges, and that's okay. Now we'll add the buttons. Place the second vase on your work surface and stabilize it with a lint roller. You can place the top vase above it to envision how the spacing will look. Cut a new small piece of transfer tape if you need it and place it over the buttons. Then remove the vinyl backing. Applying them to your bunny's body at the same time will help keep them perfectly aligned. Press the vinyl buttons onto the glass and adhere it, and then remove the transfer tape. Now test your LED fairy lights and make sure they power on. You might need to pull out the little plastic battery protector first. Unravel the lights and push them into the bottom glass vase, leaving the battery pack hanging out the back. Now let's put this little kitty together. First, we're going to use E6000 glue. Be sure to use a fan or open a window for proper ventilation when you're using E6000 because the fumes can be quite strong. I also recommend you wear gloves so you don't get it on your fingers. The grip of this glue is quite strong too. Now carefully apply the E6000 around the top rim of the bottom vase and remember to leave the battery pack hanging out the back. Now place the top vase on top of the bottom one with the face the right way up. While the E6000 glue is setting, let's add some hot glue to help keep the two vases together. The hot glue over E6000 allows the two vases to stay together without moving while the E6000 cures and creates a better, longer-lasting bond than just hot glue alone. Add hot glue around the seam of the two vases and hold them in place for a minute or two while the hot glue cools. Don't worry too much about perfect glue lines because the seam will be covered with the bow tie wrap. Set your bunny's body aside to dry and let's put together our hat, ears, and decorations. While your glue gun is still hot, let's assemble the bunny's cute ears. We'll use bendable floral wire so your bunny's ears can stand up, flop over, or be any way you like. Using wire cutters, cut a piece of floral wire about 4 inches long and shape it into a long oval, matching the shape of the pink inner part of the bunny ear, but a bit narrower so it fits behind it. Apply hot glue to the back side of each pink earpiece. Place the floral wire on the center of the pink felt, then turn it over and press onto the white felt ear. And that's it for the glue gun for now. Now let's make our bunny's cute little Easter hat. Start with a smaller round cardstock piece that has tabs around the outer rim. This will be the top of the hat. Fold the tabs inward. Now take the circular piece with the starburst in the middle and do the same thing. Fold the inner triangles back toward the brim. We'll glue the smaller circle with tabs first. I'm using Barely Art craft glue with the ultra fine tip. Apply glue to one tab at a time and press the tab against the long rectangle that will be the side part of the hat. The top of the rectangular piece should align with the top of the upper hat piece. Continue with one tab at a time, gluing and attaching the tabs to the side rectangle piece. When you get to the last tab, apply glue to the edge of the side piece to secure it in place. Now we'll add the brim in a similar way. Place the piece that you just assembled over the brim piece. The triangles will attach to the inside of the hat. Find the back of the hat by locating the seam from the side piece. We're going to start on the opposite side so that the front looks the best. Apply glue to the triangles one at a time and press them in the underside of the hat. To add the accent piece, place a small dab of glue to the end and press it along the seam on the back of the hat. The accent piece should be flush against the brim. Wrap it around and glue down the other end. Heat up your hot glue gun again so we can work with the felt again. Bend the bottom part of the bunny ears to make an L shape. Insert the ears through the slots in the top of the hat. Use hot glue to adhere the edges to the underside of the hat's top. Now we're ready to decorate our bunny hat. The hat decorations are totally up to you. Have fun with it. You can use ribbon, paper flowers, Dollar Tree flowers, or anything else you can think of. I'm going to use one of my paper flower designs, some artificial flowers, and ribbon. If you'd like to make some of my paper flowers too, go to jennifermaker.com/paperflowers to get my free patterns and learn how to use them. Let's glue our festive springtime hat onto our bunny. Apply hot glue around the inside of the back of the hat and press it in place. We don't want to apply it to the front just in case it shows, and the glue on the back will be more than enough to keep it adhered to our bunny's head. How cute is that? Now let's attach the bow tie. Fold the outside of the felt bow tie toward the center and hot glue it in place. I used the opposite end of my weeding tool to hold it in place while it dried. Fold the second side into the middle and glue it too. Now wrap the small rectangular piece around the bow and hot glue it in the back for a finished look on our bunny's sweet little bow tie. Now let's wrap the neck piece around our bunny. It won't wrap all the way around because our bow tie will hide the gap. First, wrap it so that the gap is in the front center of the bunny. It will be about an inch wide. Once in place, hot glue the ends of the neck wrap to hold it in place. Now apply hot glue on the back of the bow tie and press it onto the bunny to cover the gap and any extra glue. And lastly, we need to glue the feet on. Place a dab of hot glue at the heel of one foot and place it under the bottom vase of our bunny with the toes hanging out, pointing forward, or pointing out a little bit, whatever you want. Press the bunny down to adhere the felt foot to the underside of the bottom vase. Now bend your bunny's ears however you like, turn the LED lights on, and your adorable light up bunny is all ready to go. I am just in love with this little bunny. Who knew you could make such a cute craft out of stuff from Dollar Tree, right? Well, I guess we're all in on that secret. They're so inexpensive. You could make a bunch of them, all with different colors and faces and personalities. And to make your Easter bunny super special, you might want to try a straw hat instead of making a paper Easter hat. These are good for girl bunnies. I found this at Hobby Lobby. Didn't cost very much, and it fits perfectly on top of a little bunny's head, as you can see. And of course, there's so many decorations at Dollar Tree for decorating your bunny, like these really cute carrots. Aren't these adorable? And then cottontails. You can't forget the bunny's tail, right? You can put the bunny's tail right on the back, on the LED battery pack here on the back to disguise it. Who knows? They might just end up multiplying around your home like real bunnies. Now, the fun thing about these vases is that you can actually turn them into all sorts of things. Be sure to check out my light up snowman tutorial at jennifermaker.com/358 for more faces and a top hat. If you have any questions about these light up bunnies, just let me know. I love to help. You can leave your question right below this video or join us in my awesome Facebook group at jennifermaker.com/Cricut Crafters. And that's it for today. Until next time, this is Jennifer Maker reminding you to craft a life you love.